Well, hey there. Twisted Sage here, chilling in the van. Vortex Voyager. Definitely a little hurt. If you remember, my mom had rear-ended someone, so this door is now closed. And there be my alcoholic device. I guess I'd be fortunate. I truly can't count the times I've driven under the influence of alcohol. But if you know me, I always do shit with responsibility. Very few times have I ever been behind the wheel and under alcohol. Was I not able to maintain my shit? I have this thought of like, you should be able to pay like $1,000 a year to be able to drive drunk. That way they still get their money out of you. Whatever. Maybe you take a technical drunk course, something, or you signed, like, I get like it can be dangerous, but we're not all created equal. There's a responsible way to do shit. As my stepmom would say, well then don't get caught, Corey. But yeah, obviously the ones who have paid attention to my story know that it was just real bad timing. I forget the exacts, although what mainly stands out was that there was the day that Pluto came direct, and all the outer planets they're about a 5 to 6 month retrograde every single year. And again, a retrograde is a time period of review. But it's also when the planets are closest to Earth, which means we feel their frequencies perhaps a bit more. More intensely. The moon is currently Virgo, 1 degrees. We got a lot of 22 going on. The sun's 22 degrees Aries. The nodes are 22 degrees. Saturn just recently left 22, so we had that T-square going on, probably one of the more significant aspects going on in the sky. So again, a T-square is a lot of pressure. You have the opposition, but then you have the internal thing. So you have the external and internal going on. I'm actually born with that. The nodes, yeah, in fact, same numbers too. I've got 22 Cancer, 22 Capricorn nodes to my 22 Libra Saturn. So I guess I'm already well conditioned for such stress. Definitely experiencing it, putting a hurt on my progress and my career sector. Saturn's also where you look for one's career path. So an opposition has been described as kind of a tug of war. You know what you're working with, though. Whereas the square brings you all these issues inside of you have to overcome to make shit happen. I like to call it climbing a wall. Of course, I was getting this chair because it was tipping back and forth. Dude, definitely finding it hard to maybe I'm just procrastinating it. Letting go this 18-year process of nodes and North Node Taurus, South Node Scorpio. We're all the collective. We're all supposed to be letting go of some toxic ways. Scorpio rules boundaries. Obviously that's what, because in Scorpio rules the genitals. Also the rectum. Maybe the large intestine. I know Virgo gets into some of the intestinal tract. Shit, lost my train of thought. So yeah, who is it? I forget which movie is. Oh no, it was Charlie Murphy in Chappelle's Show, talking about Rick James, and Rick James was a habitual line stepper. So, which means Rick probably had some didn't do his Scorpio energy very well. Like, he would just slap Charlie Murphy just because he could out of nowhere, but they were friends. Boundary, but then that's why, Scorpio rules taboo, so, stuff like having sex with someone else's wife, shit like that. Pluto is the desire sector, and that is Scorpio's ultimate ruling planet. I always want to discard the traditional rulerships that giving Mars to, but there is relevance. Doing a little bit of fasting. This Aquarius Mars has definitely got my ankle kicking with my gout. One of my newer friends in life, he's a Aquarius rising. Pretty neat placement of Uranus in Aquarius right on his ascendant, and Jupiter in Aquarius. But we know that Aquarius rules the ankles, and he was playing ball yesterday, and we had the grand fixed square energy going on. At one point, the moon made that square complete between North Node Taurus, South Node Scorpio, and Saturn in Aquarius. And then the moon would have completed that puzzle piece. So yeah, on that note of all the planets, there's a very lopsided chart where all the planetary bodies are from Aquarius to Taurus. But those Aquarius planets are moving away. Well, I guess there is still some squarage going on there a little bit. But the moon is coming through and activating, and now she's got to a point where she's opposing all of these placements, thus helping this happen. I don't know, I was checking there, and they show it calming down, but we're about to hit a fucking full moon not too far out. Actually, I guess this weekend. All right. Yeah, doing a little fasting. It's not coming out the way I want it to. Be blessed. Remember, we're living in some of the greatest time period of change in a long time. I know I'm definitely that one thing I wanted to touch on. I think about last night is that Capricorn rules depression, and Pluto, as planets in Western astrology work that from 0 to 29 and those are the 30 degrees. You can be in Aries, like later degree Aries, and be kind of more mature, where your average Aries is an immature, selfish person. And then all planets that are like at 0, 1 degrees, that's like an Aries type energy, regardless of sign or planet. So there'll still be an aggressive, cardinal, take action type energy. Well, Pluto reaching the end of Capricorn, which is a very mature energy and survival energy. Yeah, we're all deeply depressed, really. So try not to be hard on yourself, even though it's easy to. That Pluto a year from now entering 0 degrees Aquarius is going to be spicy. All right. See you soon.